Greetings, dear people of God at Trinity and beloved friends beyond. Thank you for joining me for this week's Reflections from the Other Side. This week I received a Mother's Day card from a friend that read, "I tried to be normal once. Worst 2 minutes of my life." I'd be willing to bet that that card was not in the Mother's Day section, but oh, how it resonated to me with my experience as a mother. I just wanted to be normal, read perfect, like the people I observed from afar who seemed to have it all together. I didn't want to struggle with how to parent or how to balance home life and work life. I wanted to have serene family dinners that were filled with laughter and healthy, attractive meals, followed by bath time and cozy, quiet reading before lights out. Ah, the pressure. As a twin, I have always been compared, so it wasn't difficult to look around and compare myself to others and come up lacking. Back then, I needed Brené Brown's The Gifts of Imperfection. Let go of who you think you're supposed to be and embrace who you are. I needed Kate Bowler's Good Enough, 40-ish devotionals for a life of imperfection. What I did have was a story told by George Reiss, my first boss as rector of All Saints in Pasadena. George died during COVID, and I attended the wonderfully moving celebration of his life last Saturday, so he has been on my heart. Among many things, George was a powerful pastoral and prophetic preacher. He told moving and memorable stories. If you remembered nothing else from his sermons, you would remember his stories. There was even one about being normal. Mr. and Mrs. Normal and their 3 children were all born exactly 2 years apart, attended church regularly, which means every Sunday. Always on time, always well-dressed, but not too flashy. They sang the hymns heartily, and the children behaved beautifully. They attended the right schools, went on fabulous family vacations, gave generously, and obviously the children all got into fabulous colleges. There was only one problem with them. They didn't exist. 2 things about this story. It makes the point that deep down all of us want to be perfect. It's something that we are not, and we call that normal. We want to be the ones that others looked up to, that others emulate, and yes, envy. And we end up putting others on a pedestal, convincing ourselves that their lives are perfect in every way. The second thing about this story is that it strikes me that the definition of normal has changed significantly over the years. When we're talking about a normal family, we wouldn't necessarily refer to Mr. and Mrs. or to 3 children, nor might we even include church attendance as something to admire or emulate. Which brings me to the new book coming out in the end of May by Brian McLaren, Do I Stay Christian? Yesterday, I eavesdropped on a Zoom conversation between Diana Butler-Bass and Brian about this book and this question that I'm pretty sure many of us have asked or been asked in the past few years. Do I stay a Christian? As one of those who has struggled with that question and who has come to the point of no longer calling myself a Christian, though I am, but I call myself a devoted follower of Jesus. So that title caught my eye. In his conversation, Brian talked about the hijacking of Jesus by the radical right, and about the church's resistance to change, and about what self-proclaimed Christians now are doing in the name of Jesus and of God, his Father, which is a whole other reflection. But then, Brian said the most wonderful thing. He said, Jesus did not come to found a new religion. He came to found a new humanity. What I've come to believe, and what I believe Jesus lived and taught, was that this new humanity must be founded on and in love. And love heals. And love includes everyone. And love lives in community where we love one another as we love ourselves, where we love the earth and the world, where we make mistakes and where we forgive as we are forgiven. Where fragile as we are, imperfect as we are, we do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly. Where we rest and return to the earth, where we dance together. The church is intended to be that community. So is Thistle Farms. So are other countless places of faith, places where love lives. What if we look for those communities? What if we build that community? What if we belong to that community at Trinity? When I was a parent with growing children, I would not have RSVP'd yes to Mary Oliver's invitation. For today, I would with all my heart. So to inspire us to build and belong to that community of love and of change, what if we just listen? Invitation. Oh, do you have time to linger for just a little while out of your busy and very important day for the goldfinches that have gathered in a field of thistles for a musical battle, to see who can sing the highest note or the lowest, or the most expressive of mirth or the most tender? Their strong, blunt beaks drink the air as they strive melodiously, not for your sake, not for mine, and not for the sake of winning, but for sheer delight and gratitude. Believe us, they say, it is a serious thing just to be alive on this fresh morning in the broken world. I beg of you, do not walk by without pausing to attend to this rather ridiculous performance. It could mean something. It could mean everything. It could be what Rilke meant when he wrote, "You must change your life." So let us be imperfectly perfect together. And alive on this fresh morning in the broken world, I beg of you, do not walk by without pausing to attend to this rather ridiculous performance. Amen.